So welcome everybody for the self-love session. So yes, I know everybody would have heard of this term self-love. Okay, but most of us might find it difficult initially to understand the concept of self-love, because when I was introduced to this concept of self-love many years back, I was like, self-love, like I think everybody does love themselves. That's the reason we probably do whatever we do every day. Like maybe working towards our goals, or maybe taking care of ourselves, eating, sleeping, everything. It's because like we do love each like ourselves, and we do take care of ourselves. So this was like my thought when I was introduced to the concept of self love. I thought, what is self love? Is it? It is a quite made up statement or made up word. Everybody loves themselves, but slowly, maybe after realizing what it is, understanding that in a broader sense, I could understand that maybe I too lack self love. I have to work on many aspects. I'm talking about many years back. It is a journey, it is a process where you are continuously working on yourself. It's not like you will be all the time like having optimum self love for yourself. That's not going to happen. Okay, it's going to be sometimes you would be critical, and I wouldn't say that all the time being critical is wrong. That is not so, but being doing anything out of proportion, that is where the problem arises. And sometimes we do not know like whether we are doing it out of proportion or not. So certain things which we are going to learn today is about the entire concept of what is self love, what we keep doing, what corrections we can do, along with certain techniques of how to do self love, along with the meditation. Okay, so here I'll be sharing a PowerPoint, and we'll be going slide by slide, so you would be able to understand a bit better about this whole topic of self love. Okay, so here we begin about self love. Okay, so let us first understand like the meaning of self love. When we see the meaning, okay, so this is how it would be put forth as like it's a noun, self love, that is, and what it is what you regard, okay, as your own self well-being and happiness. Okay, so that is what is self-love. It is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. So more complicated words, but what exactly that is, like what, whether you feel that you are in the state of well-being, whether you feel that you are happy. Okay, that denotes like, okay, you have sufficient self-love. Like suppose if you are like continuously feeling that something was not right, I'm very unhappy, so somewhere we also need to check about our self-love. Okay, likewise, self-love is like appreciation, understanding and appreciating oneself, so that we are able to grow and be best in all the ways possible, whether it is physically, whether it is psychologically, or whether it is spiritually. We are able to appreciate oneself, ourselves, and we are able to grow. So that is what is about self love. So let's go about what all things we do which are like not working in our favor. Okay, which would be about like what is your self talk. We need to watch our self talk to understand whether we lack self love. Okay, so what kind of statements are we passing? Okay, when we are alone, what kind of statements do we say to ourselves? Just, are they similar to what you talk to yourself? See, everybody talks to themselves, and that is what we call as self love, self talk. Okay, what we talk to ourselves. What kind of self talk do you have? Do you see keep on saying this like, I can't do it? Okay, do you keep on saying that I am not worthy? Okay, do you have this no thing like where you say like, I'm not, I must be perfect, I'm not perfect, I must not make this mistake, I'm not good enough, okay, nobody loves me, I'm not worth it. So these could be certain things which people keep saying to themselves. I don't deserve it. I should have done better. Okay, see, once in a while, everybody would be having these thoughts. Okay, these are thoughts after all, it would come and go. But if we are stuck to these thoughts and we keep thinking about these things all the time, that's where it becomes out of proportion and it is an imbalance. Anything which is an imbalance is definitely going to affect. Okay, so if these are or something, the additional things could be I am not talented enough, I am not like educated enough, I am not, I don't have the smartness to be rich. All those things are also additional things, okay, which we are. I'm not beautiful, I'm not smart, I can't do this, I don't have good memory. Okay, these also denote lack of self love. Okay, so watch your self-talk. That is the talk which you do with yourself when you're alone, when you're thinking. Okay, not like the Ekta Kapoor serials where the character would be talking out loudly. हाँ मुझे तो पहले से पता था. Not like that, but you know, everybody keeps thinking something like. So what is your self-talk is what is like coming to your mind when you are alone, when you are analyzing certain things. Okay, so that is what is your self-talk, and that is a repetitive one. Many times, like we keep talking to ourselves about different topics, and how we express ourselves is what like what we think, and we say, oh yeah, I did it again. You know, I am not good enough. I need to really work on this. So many things which we keep repeating. Okay, it becomes a part of our subconscious mind programming. Once it becomes a part of our subconscious mind programming, we are a product of our subconscious mind. Okay, so these talk also bring us down. So we have to watch our self talk and work on it. Okay, so now let's see how a healthy self talk love looks like. What is a healthy self love, or what is self love? Okay, telling positive things to yourself, where you are, suppose if something is not working in your favor, but still you say it's okay, you have come this far, you will be able to do better. Okay, so it is like saying positive things to oneself, where you are able to also give priority to your physical and mental health. Here I would also include emotional health, that you know you're paying attention to what kind of emotions you have. If you feel like somebody is like triggering you, so then you work on that. You work on that. Okay, it is like creating anger. A situation or a person is creating anger in yourself. Then you are like thinking, no, this is a priority. I can't be angry. So let me work on that. Either I detach myself so that I maintain my mental and emotional equilibrium, or maybe I talk to that person and resolve the matter. Okay, so here it is about prioritizing, okay, your mental, physical health, okay, as well as your emotional health. Spending time with your family and friends, especially with your loved ones. Okay, where you spend time with your loved ones, you feel good about it. And then that makes you feel more loving and caring towards oneself as well. Okay, you have to let go, like we have to let go of the anger and grudges. Because if we are constantly having some or the other anger, we are holding grudges, then what happens? It's like we are becoming bitter from inside. Okay, anything which is becoming bitter from inside is not going to be a very healthy emotion. Okay, for instance, like you know, if you see, like you know, even a curd which it is till the time it is like not becoming sour, it tastes good. Once it becomes sour, you don't like it, right? So it's like that. Anything which is like kept inside, it is going to become sour or bitter, and with that thing, then it is no longer productive or useful for you. So what happens is like it's very important to clear away all these negative emotions from time to time, which includes all the grudges that you have inside. Okay, whether those grudges are based on the situations, or maybe it is based on certain people. Okay, so but it is of no use, because that is somewhere the grudges would make us feel that we are not capable of maybe saying something. So it kills our confidence. It slowly attacks our self-love. So it is very important that we are, you know, able to reduce or work on letting go these grudges as well as anger, accepting yourself as you are. Now it is like, you have to be working on being your favorite. See, there is a lot of difference between like being proud and having self-love. We will come to that as well. But here it is about like, being your favorite, being a person where you love yourself for whatever you are. So it is along with all the physical, mental, emotional qualities and traits that you have. Okay, because it's so easy to love somebody who is perfect, but it takes a lot more to love somebody who is not perfect. And aren't we all imperfect in our own ways? Because perfection is something which will not be achieved. If we achieve perfection, then there is nothing to look for in life. So it is a process where we are trying to become better and better than what we are, but accepting that whatever I was earlier and wherever I have reached, it is a very good thing. I have done progress. Okay, so accepting the way you are helps you to grow further in life. Okay, accepting the emotions and feelings. Now it is okay to be angry, it is okay to be upset, it is okay to be anything which you are feeling, but that emotion is not you. It is just a part of you, it is just one of the emotion that you have, but anger is not you. Okay, sorrow is not you. What happens is sometimes we get too carried away with that emotion and we feel that that is what we are. I am an angry person. I am a depressed person. No, that is one of the feature, one of the emotion. But you are not that. That emotion cannot determine you. Okay, that is, it can't define you. So it is okay. You accept. Okay, I have certain times I feel angry. Certain times I feel upset. Certain times I'm happy. Okay, but it is one of the emotion that cannot completely define our personality. So we accept whatever we feel that time, acknowledge. Okay, following your desires and goals. If most of the people, like even the other day when I was counseling somebody, they were saying that they felt upset, they felt very depressed, and even like a lot of anxiety came up because they wanted to do something in life and their parents told or were not supportive of that decision, and he or she eventually had to do something else. So that made them feel very traumatized or upset, because they were not following their goals or desires. This often happens with many people. You have your goal, you have your desire, but you are not able to follow that because maybe somebody is forcing you to do something else, or maybe you situations were such that you couldn't achieve those things or follow those. But when you start to follow certain desires and goals, it could be small, it could be big, it could be simple thing like I want to join a dance class, I want to join a swimming class. It could be something simple as that. But sometimes if you follow that, okay, you feel so happy because you are giving yourself the importance that you are really worth putting time and effort and energy into it. So it is very important that whether it is a small or a big goal, but just work towards that, challenging yourself to be a better person. Okay, where you feel like you are able to like all the time say like, yeah, you can do better, and you work on it. Not being very critical, but appreciating and making oneself to do or achieve better things. Okay, setting achievable and realistic goals. This is very important because often we become upset because probably we are setting very unrealistic goals. And this is where the problem is. For instance, if suppose you are somebody who wake up late, you wake up at 9 o'clock every day, suppose. So you can't keep a goal like from tomorrow 5 o'clock I'll wake up and I'll meditate. I'll do like whatever planning. I'll go out for a walk or a run, and keeping an unrealistic goal, because if it was so simple, you would have done it earlier also, but you couldn't do it. That means from 9 straight away to jump to 5 would be difficult. So it could be a realistic goal where you say, okay, from tomorrow we'll wake up at 8:30, then 8, then 7:37. Likewise, you just weekly, half an hour earlier, with with that it would be within a few weeks time, or maybe a month, or 2 months time, you will be able to achieve that goal of waking up at 5 instead of 9. But what we do is immediately we want the transformation, immediately we want the change. And that's where we feel very unloved sometimes, or because we feel we are not able to do anything better. We are struggling every time. And that creates a lot of resentment. So let us keep realistic and achievable goals so that we feel more encouraged to do better. Okay, treating yourself also. That is, treating yourself means after achieving small goals, you are like, appreciate yourself. Oh wow, I've come this far. Let me plan a holiday. Okay, let me plan a movie. Let me maybe shop something. Let me go with my family for a treat. Okay, these could be very simple small things, and it needn't be a trip all the time. It could be something very small, maybe buying a a dress for you, something. But you tell that to yourself, this is my reward. Okay, this is my reward for whatever I did, this thing I did. Okay, I'm rewarding myself. It could be even for 10 rupees, it could be for 100, for a thousand, or a lakh. It is your choice. But you treat yourself from time to time, because that makes you feel that somebody is there to take care of yourself. See, when we were kids, our parents used to encourage, maybe teachers used to encourage. There used to be so many prizes which you could probably aim for or work on it. Now there is nothing. If it is like for your career, it would be what? It would be a max to max, like you aim for maybe a promotion, or or a increment, or if it is business, you aim for a like better profits. But what is happening? It's all related only to your career, only to your finance. That is not the entire life. There are many things about how far you have come. It also includes the emotional growth. About, I used to be very angry person earlier, but now I know to control my anger. I used to be very emotional person. Every time I used to feel very hurt and I used to cry. Now I have more control over my tears. So that is achievement. That is such a big achievement. So treating yourself is something which you really deserve. So you have to reward yourself for that. Okay, taking note of your progress in all the ways, whether it is physical progress, mental progress, emotional progress. Okay, whether it is financial progress, progress in career, personal progress, progress in relationship. Okay, materialistic progress. So many progress are there. Spiritual progress. So taking note of that, don't focus only on one thing. Yeah, I didn't get increment this year. Okay, but what about other things? Maybe you might be having a, you might have had a very high sugar. You were able to control your sugar with regular walks. Maybe you were somebody who were have a lot not having peace of mind at home. There were conflicts, but now you have worked on it. Now you have a better understanding with your family. So it is progress. Why should we be focused only on a particular thing, only on the career or finance? There are so many other progress which you have made, and it is very important that you take a note of it, because then you can acknowledge. And acknowledging is the first step towards self-love. Okay, then forgive yourself for whatever wrong you have done. You have kept goals. Everybody keeps goals. Okay, you have not achieved. Everybody doesn't achieve. It's something like, there are many things where there is like something or the other wrong we do. Either we say something very hurtful that probably spoils our relationship with maybe our loved ones. We have asked them forgiveness, they have not forgiven us. That's all okay. But have you forgiven yourself? Because you're a human. You're a human. You would have told something at that moment. You may not have meant it that, you didn't mean it probably. You just told. But if they are hurt, but constantly like harassing yourself, saying that I should have been more careful. Okay, you learned your lesson. You would be more careful next time, but you need to forgive yourself for whatever wrong you have done. It is very important. Okay, but if you don't forgive yourself, then it would be in agony. Okay, and that is going to pull down your self-love. Okay, so then you are not happy, nobody is happy. Eventually you will be only able to give what you have. I often feel like, like in school and colleges, even in offices, some people do carry the lunch box. Okay, in school and college, we used to share it with our friends. Don't you remember that? Like we do. We used to, like, we carry the lunch box. And suppose if I have carried sandwich and you have carried noodles, and some other friend has carried a roti sabji, then what are we going to share? What is there inside is what in the tiffin box we share with each other. So likewise, if I have self-love, I will be sharing love with others as well. But if I have bitterness, if I have emptiness, if I have sorrow inside, that's what I'm going to share it with others as well, isn't it? So it is very important that we forgive, because if there is forgiveness, there is abundance of self-love. If there is self-love, then we can also pass on the love to others and we all could be happy. Refusing others to take advantage of, okay, because here it is about healthy boundaries. Many times, okay, we are not able to say no. We are not able to say no. We are not able to do better things. Okay, but just because we are finding it difficult, okay, to probably say no because we feel that would be too rude. Why? Because somewhere we have self doubt that if I say no, they would not like me, and we are so much focused that everybody should like me. Why? Because we gain our energy or we gain our love from other people's acceptance, because somewhere we lack our self love. Okay, so here it is a struggle, because we also come from a culture where we are told that we should always place other people's need first than our need. Okay, so if we come from the culture where we have been told that pehle aap, that is what is the concept, right? We always give importance or priority to the other person. We appreciate or we glorify sacrifice. We as Indians, we are like that. So here somewhere what is happening is we do lack the refusing part. We find it difficult to refuse anything. We are a big yes tellers and very small time no tellers. You would have noted it is like that as a society. So here what happens is, sometimes, see, most of us are always very good people, okay, who would be appreciating and reciprocating, but not all of us, right? So there would be people who would be taking advantage of you from time to time. Once you understand that somebody is taking advantage of you, then it is very important that you are able to set healthy boundaries. You know where to say no. Anything which causes you pain or hurt, then somewhere you feel like maybe the equation is not proportionate, there is somebody who's taking advantage. Here it is very important that you give priority to yourself as well, because if that is affecting your self love, then it is not worth it. Okay, so setting healthy boundaries, that is by saying, so yeah, I want to, but I know this time I may not be able to do. Let's see next time. Could be a maybe healthy way of, like, saying no to somebody. Okay, because you don't say no because you want to say no, but here somewhere you feel I also need to prioritize myself. Okay, if I am not a priority for others, at least I should start prioritizing myself, because you are fencing. It's like, how there is a new crop coming up. Okay, you have seen how the farmers, okay, they try to fence it. Okay, why they fence it? So that no goat or no other cattle comes and they eat away that crop. So it is for the crops protection that they put a fence, so that no the herbivore comes and eats that. Okay, so it's just like that. When your self love is just growing, it is at the elementary stage, it's just growing. It's very important that you fence yourself. Once it is a big tree, you don't have to bother it, because you know it is strong. It's not so easy for anybody to just come and eat away all those things. But when it is a growing stage, you have to be extra careful. So wherever you are not comfortable, it is completely okay to set healthy boundaries and to say no to them. Okay, as well as following the values you set for yourself. Whatever you feel is right for you. Okay, so sometimes we compromise in that. Okay, just because somebody else says simple things. Suppose you do not like to eat spicy food. Okay, but other people are telling you go eat, no no no, try this, eat it, it's nothing and all. But suppose if you are not comfortable, you can say no, I am not comfortable, it's okay. Okay, it's not wrong. You have to value yourself by valuing whatever you set for yourself. So those values are for you. What those rules are for you. So whatever you feel, you can do it. You don't have to all the time compromise on that. We do compromise, and that's where the problem begins. Like we do compromise, and somewhere we feel like I shouldn't have done, but I did it, and then we are not happy about it. Okay, so this is very important that whatever you feel is important or a priority, okay, you have to be very strong on that. Okay, so that helps you to have a healthy self love. We will come to certain things which you can do about improving your self love. Before that, let us do certain small activities. A simple activity of self love is watching your breath. Okay, and this might feel like very base of any meditation, but every time when you are overwhelmed with many thoughts and situations, the best thing towards turning to self love is to turn inwards. To turn inwards, it is very important that you are watching your breath. Okay, a very simple thing, but it is very important. That is, just do 20 deep breathe in, breathe out. I'll just count the number 1, 2, likewise 20. I won't say anything. I'll just count the number. What you do is just do a deep breathe in, breathe out. And every time when you breathe in, breathe out, just bring this thought to your mind: I am alive. That's all, nothing else. Okay, when you do breathe in, breathe out, just bring this thought to your mind: I am alive. Okay, let us begin. Close your eyes. Keep your backbone straight and your body loose. There is no mudra in this. Just keep your hands as you want. And let us start with our deep breathe in, breathe out cycle. And every breathe in, breathe out, just remember that I am alive. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Only breathe in, breathe out, and I am alive. Counting start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now slowly open your eyes. Congratulations, you're alive. Wasn't that a beautiful feeling to say, like, keep telling, I'm alive, I'm alive? It feels so nice. This is something we all know. But isn't that important that we also realize? Because sometimes, we take things so much for granted. But it is important that we pause and we say, I'm alive. Now, how that is going to work and why you were feeling that happiness inside, why some of your faces were like smiling when you were doing that. Because it gives us an assurance that whatever I have been doing or planning, okay, even if I have not fully achieved, but I have time. After I'm like, I open my eyes, I can plan about, working on it. So no matter where we are, but we can still work on what we want to do, what all we want to make things right. Okay, goals needn't be very big things about like climbing Mount Everest. Goals could be simple things about maybe I can be more happier now. Maybe I can work on my peace of mind. Maybe I should be ready to let go of the past. These could be simple things, but these are what we often understand that are the soul goals. Okay, soul destiny, or no destination where we want to reach. Other things like materialistic progress, like getting a bigger house or getting a farmhouse or getting a better like car or maybe going for a world tour, are all also there. Okay, that also would happen, but certain things could be like small things, but those could be soul goals, those could be priorities. So, and everything works hand in hand. It's not like, let me stop everything, let me just work on my career. It is not going to happen. It's like, let me leave aside everything, let me just work on my family. That is not going to happen because everything is all interwoven. Everything is interwoven. And to be happy for each and everything is important. And for that, to understand that we are alive is so important because that gives us a strength to look for, to do better. And we have reached till here. So we would be able to do much better. That thing has to come again and again in our mind. I have reached this far. I have the strength and stamina to do better. Okay. So this keeps on this self-talk really is a boost to the self-love. Okay, we feel wanted, we feel loved, we feel important. And here is what is the difference between the self love and being proud. As I said, we will talk about it. So now it is like, let's talk about what is being proud and being to have self love. See, to have self love is like acknowledging that God made me, and or universe might be whatever, like I am in this world and I'm definitely unique. Okay, appreciating that uniqueness inside, appreciating whatever gifts and talents you have, appreciating your body, appreciating your mind is self love. But when we call somebody proud, they have self love, that is good, but when it is becoming of being proud is when somebody thinks only I am the best, all others are like not that great. Okay, so that is what is being proud. So now people feel, when I talk about self love, people do ask me these questions at times, even during individual interaction. But if I have like no self love, then won't that be wrong? Like no, won't that be like I am like too self obsessed? See, there is a very different thing. Self obsessed is when you think only about yourself, when you think others are not worth it, only you are worth it. That is something again which is not balance. Now, self love is exactly what we call as balance. Okay, being critical is out of balance, over critical is out of balance. Having self sabotage, that is all the time saying that I'm not good, is out of balance. Being too proud is out of balance. Being self-obsessed is out of balance. Having self-love is exactly being in balance. Okay, where if suppose there is a negative thought coming up, you understand. Okay, suppose you feel I always keep plans, I don't achieve it. You understand. Okay, so okay, now let me work on that. So that is self-love. Okay, where you say, okay, there might be an issue, so let me look for a solution. Being too self-obsessed or proud, you say, no, no, that is not an issue, I am all great. Okay, so that is being proud. You are going out of that and saying, oh, I am always like that, oh, I am like that, and you sulk into, self-pity. Okay, so that is again going out of balance. Healthy thing is self-love, where you are understanding that you have to work on something, but you are not very critical, neither you overlook. What you do is to think about, okay, how can I make it better, because I can do it. Okay, so are you able to get it? What I'm trying to say here is about being in balance, and that is what we are talking about, having self love. So certain things which we can see now about how to work on it. Okay, how to work on it, like certain ways of having a self love. So here it is about a 21 day self love challenge which I came across in the net, and I liked it. Okay, so now here it is about 21 days of self love challenge. You don't have to do 21 days one by one. Okay, it is your choice, either you go one by one or try to inculcate all these 21 things into your life. Okay, that is sometimes okay, canceling something you were supposed to do out of obligation. But then you decide that, oh, no, no, I would say no. I won't do it only out of obligation. Okay, here then you acknowledge yourself that you are also prioritizing yourself. So this could be one of the way to express self-love towards yourself. Okay, then treat yourself your favorite meal. Either you go out with the family or loved ones, or you make it yourself and you have it. It is your choice, but just treat yourself with your favorite meal. Okay, it is like a combination. Like you don't do the same thing every day. That gets boring, right? So these are different things. Okay, revisit a childhood hobby. Suppose you were good at maybe cricket or maybe at a keyboard or maybe at dance or singing, whatever was your hobby. It could be drawing, painting. Just take out time and do that. Okay, then that makes you feel good. Then write down 5 things that you are grateful for. We always cover this in all our Reiki sessions about being grateful, because gratitude is a very important part of Reiki. And we always talk about writing down the great what things you are grateful for, and every day make it a habit to write at least 5 things which you are very grateful for in that day. Okay, because that makes you look at each day with a feeling of like accomplishment. Yes, I have got something good this day. Okay, so write 5 things every day to make whatever you felt you were grateful for, or what were your blessings for that day. It could be simple thing that you talked with your friend, or it could be simple thing that you received a compliment, or you saw some beautiful flowers or some beautiful birds chirping. It could be anything, but it is a thing which you are like very grateful, or it was a blessing. So you write down every day, like 5 things you are grateful for. Okay, learn something new to stimulate your brain. It's very important. I often feel we give so much of importance to our gadgets that we are continuously about upgrading our mobiles or laptops or uh, gadgets, electronic gadgets. But why are we not upgrading ourselves? It is so important. If a non-living thing could be upgraded, after all we are a living thing, it is very important that we stimulate our brain. Okay, and stimulation of brain is very essential to you know to keep that going. People who are having problems with Alzheimer's or dementia later on in life, somewhere stop stimulating their brain. Okay, so stimulating your brain is very important. About it's a mental exercise. It is one of the thing, not the everything, when I talk about bigger diseases here. But this is also one of the things that in order to like stay away from those things, regular stimulation is very important. So how you can do, maybe do simple things like maybe solving sudokus or crossword puzzles, or doing, maybe learning how to play chess, maybe learning how to do like a solitaire game or anything, to do anything. Or it could be learning maybe painting or writing with your the non-dominant hand. Who's going to check your handwriting anyways? Nobody. So why can't we practice? Okay, so it is like, as a child we used to do cross cross movement, have the kids crawl. But when we walk, then that thing stops. That is when the, so crawling stage also, if you are a new parent, okay, your kid is small, suppose, so don't force the kid with walker or something to speed up walking. Let the crawling stage be complete. Do not rush, okay, because the more the kids crawl, it is very good for the mental development. Because how we crawl is like the right hand would be in the front and the left leg would come in the front, and then the right left leg left hand would go, then the right leg would come, the right knee. So this is how it happens, like by pelvic crawl. So here the mind, both the left and right brain is getting developed. So this is important. So initially we used to use both our hands. Okay, as kids we used to do both our hand. After a particular point, okay, then they understand, okay, this person is right handed, left handed. And how our society is, it would make that hand or dominant hand the only thing important. That is like, you will be taught to write with your dominant hand, you will be taught to eat with your dominant hand. So we don't use our non-dominant hand quite often. Okay, so what you can do, you can do certain things about, working on using your non-dominant hand also. That is, just make it a practice to open the doors with your non-dominant hand. If you're right-handed, open the doors with your left hand. Okay, open your bag with your left, zipper with your left hand. Okay, maybe sometimes having tea with your left hand. Use your left hand wherever possible, and you can also write with your left hand. Just as a practice, try to draw with your left hand whenever possible. Nobody is going to check it, right? So you can do the practice, because that also helps you to stimulate your brain. Okay, so stimulating brain can also make you feel very good from inside. Just think of, your left hand control is becoming strong, you would feel happy. Okay, so you do something to stimulate your brain, certain puzzles, sudokus, whatever. So that also increases the self love. Okay, tackle a bad habit that comes in between your way. Any bad habit, okay, try to control. It could be, as I told about, waking up late. So for that, the bad habit is you sleep late. Why you wake up late? Because you sleep late. So see, why sleeping late is a bad habit, because that has a direct impact on your hormones and your body, on your body organs. So all the hormonal problems which women face, okay, as well as whatever if your body is becoming sluggish, the digestion is like becoming weaker. Anything is it is directly related to sleeping late. You can find many scientific proofs and articles on that, researchers on that. So it's very important that we sleep early. Okay, so now that could be one of the bad habits. There could be many other bad habits. You decide, because this is one common bad habit for all the city dwellers. Like they sleep late. Okay, so that has to be controlled. So if you're sleeping at 12, 1, 2, please, that is the time of like deep rest. So don't do delay so much. Okay, make it maybe from 12 come to 11, 11 to 10:30 or 10 at least. Okay, so that would help you to wake up fresh. And waking up fresh is also one of the very important things to have like a better self-love, because you feel fresh throughout. Okay, stretch to for 30 minutes to get in sync. So stretch for 30 minutes, any stretching. It could be any stretching, just stretch and you feel better. So this could be one of the things that you can do. Walk in the nature. Okay, go at least every Sunday. Go for go to the park nearby, walk along with your family, just maybe 10-15 minutes, but walk in the nature, stay closer to trees and plants at least once in a while, where you can go out and do that. Okay, stop multitasking at least for one day. Don't do anything one day. Take a break from everything, stay away from all the multitasking. Okay, if you want to watch your movie, just watch that movie. If you want to just scroll, just scroll. But don't do multitasking, that I'll be working, I'll do this, I'll do that. No, one day just be lazy, don't do anything. Okay, be, or at least stop multitasking. Do some random act of kindness. Okay, it could be anything, complimenting something, maybe writing an appreciation letter for somebody. Write a written letter of appreciation for somebody who maybe you mean something to you. It could be your family member, it could be your loved one. Okay, some random act of kindness, maybe donating something. Okay, or maybe if you see some slum nearby, maybe now winter is coming, maybe you can buy some 10 shawls and go and distribute it there. Anything, any random act of kindness. Okay, set a overdue boundary with someone close to you. Okay, that is anything. It could be a boundary, even if with somebody close to you, where it also means about, where I would see here, I would be elaborating bigger point here. Overdue boundary needn't be only healthy boundaries. It could also be maybe taking out time and telling them about if what all you have saved for them. Okay, how much is your uh, like how much is would be your policy amount. Okay, what they would be getting, so that also needs to be done, because many families also struggle because that they are kept uninformed, and something happens to us, they don't know what they have to do, whom they have to contact, what is left. So even that is a overdue boundary according to me. Okay, so where you set a overdue boundary and you take out time and you tell them, if you are not there, how they would be taking care of themselves. These are very difficult topics to talk about, people avoid. Okay, because of sentimental reasons, but these also need to be done. Okay, if I am not there, somebody has to be taking care of them. That also creates a lot of self love, that I have done my duties properly, I have given proper maybe teachings to my family, or proper communication with my family. That is also there. Or sometimes it is also about maybe telling that you, if somebody is taking more advantage of you, it could be overdue bound. It could be here where you tell that, I somewhere not comfortable that every time you're taking me for granted. I would like if you are probably treating me in a kind way. So it is a very larger topic, each point. So you decide as to what suits you. Okay, or you can come out with something better for your own life and your family. Okay, then give yourself an extra hour of sleep. It may not be possible every day, but sometimes at least you can give that extra hour of sleep. Okay, or couple of hours, so it is your choice, but sometimes just switch off the alarm. Okay, and just sleep, and you just say to yourself, I'll wake up when my eyes open, not before that, not because of the alarm clock. Make some art. Okay, some art, it could be mandala coloring. I always promote mandala coloring, because it has got a lot of soothing effect on your mind. So mandala coloring could be one of them, or it could be any grain art, any other art. You can even collect. See, it's simple. Okay, just before you make a khichdi, okay, suppose you take some rice. Okay, you take some like tur dal, you take some moong dal. Okay, and if suppose you want to make two more dal, just mix it up. Do some, put it in a plate. Okay, in different plate, just try to make a face out of it, try to draw apple out of it, try to make anything. And then you just like it. Okay, it's a green art, you like it, then you just mix all those things and make a khichdi. It is not taking much of time, just maybe 10 minutes more, but it is something which increases your creativity. The more you come out with some creative things, the more happy you will feel. Okay, and that creates more self love. Take 24 hours of some social media, stay away from Facebook or WhatsApp from time to time. I do this sometimes when I feel like too many messages are coming. Okay, then I just for some time, I decide 5 hours I'm not going to touch it at all. It is like too much for me. So sometimes I don't no go for any social media. or for maybe a half a day, because for in festival season even one day. So sometimes I may not have replied to your messages. That's because maybe I would have thought it's like too many messages. I'll take my time. Okay, because that is also important to do some kind of grounding time to time, or else you are like too overworked. So it is very important to take some time off the social media. Okay, cut sugar and toxic people from your life. Wherever possible you can restrict. Okay, wherever possible you can restrict and cut off. If you feel like it's too much for you, then cut off from the toxic people, as well as anything too sweet. Okay, especially after Diwali, this is something which we all have to follow. Okay, so cut off from sugar and toxic people from our life. Okay, then track how you spend every hour of one day. For one day, every hour, how it was like, if you like list down 24 hours, how it was. So every hour what I did for one day, if you could follow, like where you are heading. Okay, take a dance class or a Zumba class or a yoga class or a music class, anything, anything. If, even if you're going for like certain times, you don't have to do for a regular commitment, monthly commitment, but random classes also are available. You can take some random class and enroll for that and do that, or just put on a video on YouTube and just practice with that. So it's a good way of increasing your endorphins. Okay, and that are happy chemicals again, and that increases your self love. Okay, then going for coffee shop and read a book. Now I am not a coffee lover. Okay, so by going for a coffee shop needn't be a coffee shop. Okay, but it could be anything. If you are a coffee lover, well and good, but it could be a tea shop, or it could be just going to a library and to read a book. Okay, it is just spending time to read a book. Why read a book? Because reading book makes you to think. Because while you read a book, you can pause. It's not like a movie. Okay, people say I prefer no movie to reading books. They, whatever series of books have come, they prefer see watching a movie to reading a book. Now see, it is okay to watch a movie, but don't give it as a substitute to reading a book, because in movie, in theater, or when you're watching, you won't pause and think. You would be continuously just looking at whatever is happening, and you are just registering that. But a book is not like that. Whenever you read a book, you have the time to pause and then you read again. You pause and you think why, what I can understand from this, what he should have done, what I feel. Okay, so it is like you get the time for analysis, and that is very important, because reading a book helps you to introspect. Reading a book helps you to think. Reading book makes you a thinker. Okay, whereas a movie doesn't make you a thinker. Movie would be just going on. After that, maybe you will be thinking about how the movie was, but from a audience point of view, you think how the movie was. But it is very important to pause at the right time and to think and underline maybe certain words, certain pointers. Okay, and you add your own pointers to that, so that helps you to grow. So that can happen only by reading a book and not by watching a movie. Okay, and gift yourself something, anything which we had mentioned, gifting yourself. So in 21 days challenge, if you are going to take, okay, you have to gift yourself something in that. Okay, take a romantic bath. It's okay if you're single, you can still have a romantic bath with yourself. Romantic bath is not a big deal. Just taking a bath without rush, maybe having the right temperature of hot or warm water, probably lighting up certain candles, or maybe using your favorite herbal pack or anything, make taking a oil bath. Anything could be a romantic bath. Romantic bath needn't be with a partner. Okay, romantic bath could be with you, because you have to romance yourself, where you are saying that, oh, you're so cute. Okay, so that is what it is about, spending some time taking bath, where every day you take a bath, 5 minutes bath, quickly you come out. Okay, and you have to get ready, you have to do this work, that work. One day, okay, just drop all those things. Just like how the celebrities in all those lux ads and all, they make it look like how bathing is such a big achievement, bathing is a big achievement, something like that. You can light some candles. Okay, maybe have some scented oils, maybe massage yourself, because massaging not with scented oils, but sesame oil is very good for releasing toxins from the body. Okay, so you can probably even warm the oil a bit and then give yourself a very good massage top to toe, and then stay there for maybe some 20 minutes, and maybe keep some music in your bathroom, listen to that. Okay, then you take bath with the warm water, and no rush, you are so happy. So that also is a very good way of releasing toxins, as well as feeling lot of love. Tell someone something you have been too afraid to share. This is important. Why so? Because sometimes we are so afraid to say that you hurt me. We are so afraid that they will probably not take it in the right way. They will probably not accept. It's okay. Let it be. But sometimes it is very important to come out of your fears. Come out of your fears and share something which you have been very afraid of sharing. It could be anything. It could be some episode. It could be certain thing. It could be sometimes you probably lied to them, but now you want to speak the truth. Okay, do that. Okay, share, do something which you have been afraid to share, but it is the right time that you share, because once you are releasing that, okay, whatever you have held back, okay, so your heart chakra opens up. Okay, then there is more of self love. This is important to have a better feeling or bet for yourself, because you could let go of your fear. Whatever you were afraid of, you could clear those things. Okay, so then that is the 21-day challenge. So you can look at it and choose whatever you want to do. If you want to do all of it, well and good. If you want to do some of it, do that also. Okay, and self-love is your superpower. Why? Because it helps you to grow. It helps you to grow. So self-love is a superpower. Once we understand that how important self-love is, that is our superpower to achieve more, to be more happier, to give more happiness and love to others. Okay, so that is not to be taken lightly. So we need to work on being a super powerful person, and that starts with self-love. So here we are going to do a meditation, a quick meditation here. Okay, I'll take a few more minutes. Okay, a meditation here based on increasing the love energy in your heart chakra. Okay, so you will be keeping both your hands on your heart chakra, and here you will be visualizing that it is suppose like an empty vessel, uh, like an empty vessel, and you are filling it up with each and every word which and affirmation which I'm going to say, which you are going to repeat, as well as each and every particular emotion or memories which we are going to add to it. Okay, so let us begin. Close your eyes. Do some 5 to 10 deep breathe in, breathe out. Keep your both hands on your heart chakra, that is center of your chest. Feel your heartbeat. When you do deep breathe in, breathe out, feel the movement of your chest becoming growing because of the breath you took inside. And when you breathe out, see your chest going down, shrinking, because your lungs are shrinking because you did the breathe out. To the 5 to 10 deep breathe in, breathe out. Observe your chest movement. And focus on your heart chakra within. You can visualize as an empty vessel there. And slowly let us fill up that vessel, our heart chakra, with a lot of self-love. So first, let us add, as an infant, when you were the first love you received from your mother, try to add that love into the pot or the vessel which is there in your chest, which you're focusing on. The first love coming from your mother, going inside the empty vessel. Slowly, one by one, we add more and the vessel will get filled up. Then the love from your father, the love from your grandparents, one by one, it is going inside. Love coming from Mother Earth, all the food that she has given you, the shelter that she has given you, the water, the air, everything. The love coming from Mother Nature or Mother Earth, that is again increasing the self love because it is telling you that you are worth living. You deserve air, you deserve water, you deserve food, you deserve clothing, you deserve shelter. So, love coming from Mother Nature and Mother Earth. All the childhood happy memories of receiving gifts from elders, from teachers, from society, from friends, your birthday parties, or whatever small or big gift you received. Fill up your heart chakra with those memories. Add on all the prizes you have won during any competition, whatever prizes, whatever achievements, you're adding one by one to the heart chakra. All your achievements, all your prizes. Then receive, add up whatever memories you have from the love you have received from your relatives, your friends, whatever love you have received from your family, neighbors, friends, society. All those memories are getting added up. Now focus on all the compliments you have received, small, big, everything which you have received till date, and you are keeping, you are also receiving currently all those things every day, all those compliments add on to your heart chakra, which is increasing your overall love and self love. Now, let us focus on your personal achievements. You crawled, you walked, you ran, you grew physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, everything. Your first degree, your first job, your first home, everything which is an achievement. Just think of all those memories and let that add to the heart chakra and increase the overall love and self love. Now, form some positive sentences about yourself. I would suggest you few you have to make it. One could be, I'm a very nice person. The other thing could be, I'm very smart, kind, intelligent, and friendly. I'm healthy, happy, energetic. I am made of love. I'm filled with love. I share love with everybody, including myself. These could be few of the sentences. You can add more of it. So let me say certain affirmation. Please repeat after me and let those affirmations, those sentences again go to the heart chakra and fill it up. Let's start with the first one. I'm picking up I'm smart, intelligent, and beautiful. Okay, this is the first affirmation I'm picking up. Just repeat after me. I'm smart, intelligent, and beautiful. I'm smart, intelligent, and beautiful. I'm smart, intelligent, and beautiful. I'm healthy, happy, and energetic. I'm healthy, happy, and energetic. I'm healthy, happy, and energetic. I'm kind, calm, and peaceful. I'm kind, calm, and peaceful. I'm kind, calm, and peaceful. I'm friendly, loving, and caring. I'm friendly, loving, and caring. I'm friendly, loving, and caring. I'm good at planning, analyzing, and executing. I'm good at planning, analyzing, and executing. I'm good at planning, analyzing, and executing. I am happy and successful. I am happy and successful. I am happy and successful. I give you 2 minutes time to add more positivity based on your life and your situation. It could be relationship based, where you can say, I'm loved by one and all. It could be finance, where you could say, I'm financially successful day by day. Or it could be health, where you say, every day my health is becoming better and slowly it's becoming the best. You can add whatever affirmations you want to say. Say each one which you select 3 times. Very good. Now we visualize green light or pink light, whatever you are able, you want. Choose one of those two colors. You choose either green light or pink light is coming and completely filling it up, filling your heart chakra with the remaining, whatever is remaining. So that is filled up completely with green or pink light. The vessel or the pot that you visualize is filled up with the green or pink light inside out, and your self love is overflowing. And the self love is reaching, the signals of self love is reaching each and every cell in your body. The signals of the self love are reaching each and every cell in your body. And you say, I am filled with self love. I'm filled with self love. I'm filled with self-love. I am happy, joyful, and full of life. I am happy, joyful, and full of life. I am happy, joyful, and full of life. Slowly take your hands as if you are giving a hug to yourself. That is your right palm on your left arm and your left palm on your right arm. Give a hug to yourself and take your name and say, I love you, and take your name. Say it with best of emotions, with all the love you have for yourself. Say, I love you, and tell your name 3 times. I love you and your name. I love you and your name. I love you and your name 3 times. Continue deep, breathe in, breathe out. Let the love spread throughout the body. Let the feeling of love be permanently sealed in your heart and heart chakra. With a big smile on your face, continue to hug yourself. And then, when you are ready, slowly open your eyes. I hope you had a wonderful time. Hope you would take very beautiful steps towards more and more self love. All the best.